Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run OvenBreak. So, with a new update with the flipping court stuff, the law stuff, apparently new events came out, and that means we're gonna have to focus on one today, specifically being the Cookie Mastery event for Langue the Shack Cookie. Now, apparently, I didn't even notice why I have a bunch of these missions completed already, but oh my gosh, I didn't even know I had that many missions. But yeah, here's the thing. The reason why is because I was just playing this update in my off camera, and I didn't do a video on this yet, and with the new court law thing, you know, the new game mode where you have to uncover a story about Rogue Court Cookie, apparently I ran that a lot, and I ran a lot in that with Langue the Shack Cookie, and guess what? I'm up to 3 billion points in mission combi total now, which I kind of have to explain how this event works just so I can give you a better understanding of it. So as you can see here, this is a Cookie Mastery event, which basically means if you run with a cookie in certain levels, then that means you get points, and getting the specific mission points, that gets you the rewards on the top, which as you can see, 20 mission points gets you 10 quick play tickets for the main story, 40 mission points is 15 of their magic candy ingredient, 60 friendship points is 15 pet potions, 80 friendship points is 15 cookie potions, and lastly 100 friendship points is 1,000 crystals, which I'd say pretty solid rewards, but it's not as good as when they used to do the Meet the Cookie events, which unfortunately they don't have that anymore, but they still have the Meet the Treasure event, so I guess that counts for something. But whatever the case is, we have to do a bunch of events here, which as you can see here, let's just go down them one by one. For example, there's a daily trophy race event, which I heavily recommend that you do so, because just doing this every day gets you flipping 8 mission points, which if you did that 10 times, that's already 80. That's just for doing one mission in a total of 10 days. And that's not even including doing any of the other missions. Now, these 3 missions suck. Trophy Race 600 million points in a single run, Breakout 500 million points in a single run, and Guild Run 600 million points in a single run. But it has to be with this specific combi, which I'll admit is actually more difficult than it sounds, because the main reason is that the only way that you can get this done reasonably easy is if you have this cookie maxed out, and you have the maxed out pet, and you max out all the treasures that this cookie could possibly have as like a bonus thing, which I'm pretty sure if anyone's watching this video for like archive purposes or wanting to know how to do this in the best way possible, you probably just want to do this like without having to upgrade your cookie too much, which personally I think the highest you should upgrade your cookie if you just want to not go full ham is probably like level 7, I would say, and level 4 if you just want to see how the cookie works at a decent amount, but that's just me. But there's other missions that you can do. For example, these ones are difficult, but they are relatively like, you can do them with enough time and enough upgrading, being diamond rank and rainbow rank. And there's also the mission total points. For example, I already got 3 of them, but this is just for running in any sort of game mode. And did I say 3 of them? Well, I'm trying to get 3 of them. I mean, I went up to 1 billion and 3 billion, but I meant that in the sense of, you know, just run in any sort of game mode, and you can just keep on getting points with that specific cookie, because I already have 1 billion points and 3 billion points done, but it goes up to 5 billion, 7 billion, and 10 billion, which you can get a solid amount of mission points done if you did all that, which, especially if you just run in the new game mode where you have to run with Langue the Shack Cookie, just so you can get points for that game mode and points for this. Now, of course, there's also level up missions, you know, level 12 and level 15 for the pet, level 12 and level 15 for the cookie, and there's also one for the magic candy as well. So, personally, this probably won't be the best way that I can try and get every single thing possible, but I will try my hardest to unlock as many of these things, and you get to see me do them to a good extent, because why the pleb not? Immediately what we can do is just go to the daily trophy race, go now, and what it tells us to do is select our mission combi, which we just put yes, and it instantly gives us Langue the Shack Cookie, which, just in case, I'm also going to equip the pet, only just because I feel like before I have ran with just the cookie and it didn't give me any points, but maybe I'm just misthinking that, I don't know. But we'll also be training this in the Crystal Pudding Cave, because this is a new level that got released, and I already did a video of my first impressions of me trying to go through it, and of course I only have 3-star unlocked, which is unfortunate because it's not 4-star, so it's not as crazy. But whatever, you gotta live with what you have to live with what you have to live with, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's go ahead and start this. Let's do the lawyer mode, which I think this form of attack is actually very fun. I think is it me, or is it attacking quicker? Which, by the way, wait, hold on, how many points is that just from that? Like 50 million, that's a lot, but I do want to get the little bonus points for like not getting hit. So let's do a quick restart on that. It's not even that much. Like, literally just for doing the skill alone, that's like a 6 of the plumbing daily trophy race mission done. And look at that, I think I got like a bonus, at least a bonus of 1 million, which I know doesn't sound like much, but especially when you're running early, any single type of point counts. So let's go ahead and try and focus on this. I have to remember, this is crazy mode, so it is a little bit harder, and also there is a 10% speed increase, so I have to be careful on that. Double jump here, there we go. I don't even think the level is that hard. I think near the end is where it gets, like, pretty crazy. Which, I know it is crazy mode, but I can even agree with that for the normal mode. Like, it is kind of difficult, but it's fine. Like, I won't even reach the end of the stage by the time that I'm finished with this. But something I do want to point out is something that I don't like about Langue Shots Cookie, you know, their skill. Which, by the way, it might be Langue de Chat, which it might be, but I just like preferring it Langue de Shot, which I think sounds a little bit more pimpin', if that makes sense. But something I don't like the skill is like how it, you know, how it feels so weird to like, you know, jump and also attack, which that's not even the weird part. It's just sometimes where you have to jump and attack and you have to avoid the oncoming things. Like, especially if the oncoming like things like block your attacks. Because I think just that alone is what makes me stress out about the skill the most. Because like, that means I just can't spam fire and focus on dodging. I have to make sure I'm focusing on where my attacks are landing, which is a lot more of a bigger issue than you would think. So I did run out of energy here, but I could just swap to Snake Fruit, and hopefully with this skill being activated, I can actually get this finished. Hopefully. We only need 10 million more. 5 million, 1 million, nope, there it is. Just wait for the skill to be finished, get into a safe place, and then end the run. Because even if we end the run right there, as long as we have past 300 million points, we're all set sailing from there. So, if we just go back, do a quick check, give this a gander, over to the Cookie Mastery. Look at that, daily trophy race already accomplished. And I can get the rest of the rewards, but I'm going to try and save them to collect them all for on camera. So, as you can see here, I can actually get a lot, like adding it up, like 5, so that's 15, so that's 22, 27, 32. I think I'd have like up to 45 points included with the 8 that I just got, so I'm basically halfway done with this event already. So I'm pretty sure with a little bit more like daily trophy race running and like maybe more of the billion point grabs for total points, you know, it certainly is possible. It's just gonna take a while, you know? Alright, so do you want another way on how you can try and get points, especially with this Cookie Mastery event? Sorry, it's been a few hours since I recorded the first 2 vids, but you know what? Just go ahead and play through the plumbing event. It's not even that hard. Just go to Cookie Court. I haven't completed this event yet, but I am 50% done, which does prove something I did say in another video. But whatever the case is, just keep on playing through this event. The reason why is because, first of all, not only would you be getting points for, you know, plumbing Langue de Shot Cookie, which that's still a hard name for me to say, but also, mainly importantly, which actually, let's be honest, both are important, but I think the actual court event is a little bit more important because, come on, you gotta try and get that costume. But I think the best way is that you get points for, you know, the event, but also you get the things that you need to unlock more of the story, which are the things like for the cutscene. And also, if you're still trying to do that story, perfect, because you could probably get the loot from the event. So, like, it's kind of like a double, it's not a double-edged sword, it's like a double cold-sided pillow. Does that make sense? I don't know. I think to me that makes sense, but I'm just doing this because, you know, it gets you points for the Cookie Mastery event, and, you know, it's going to help me trying to get stuff for the, you know, the video, trying to make content for this. Oh, by the way, if you hear rain in the background, from when I first recorded the video, I think it was at like 10 o'clock or something, it's now nearly 2 p.m., and apparently now it's raining. It's not even just raining, it's like lightly storming. I did hear some thunder in the background just a little bit ago, so if you hear some loud thunder, then be careful for that, because I also record next to a window whenever I'm recording my chair. So, oh, I think I can hear some thunder now. So, you know, it's kind of fitting for a street like this. I mean, this does look, you know, crime-filled. I wouldn't be surprised if something dark and dreary happened here. By the way, I upgraded the cookie just a little bit just so I can get farther in the trial. Or, I'm sorry, the plumbing level. And also, don't jump here because you can get 2 of these right there. Because if you just if you jumped, you would most likely miss the 2, and you need as many of those as you can. And I will admit, I really like the net mechanic because it just looks, it's plumbing unique, and I really hope, I'm honestly expecting that for like the technical license and stuff like that, they do it level based around the plumbing, you know, the plumbing rope things, the climbing things, the nets. And look at that, we have 41 plus 14 plus 8, if I'm doing quick maths in my head, I think that is 63? 63 or something along those lines. But I'm actually very happy for that, because we also just got points, and you can keep running in this. Like, you can just run over and over and over again, which, as I mentioned before, helps you in your billion point levels. And considering that you can just get boosters, because I have 13 so far, and 3 of the big flaming ones, you can just keep on getting them over and over again to try and get you to higher scores, which is very helpful for both the event and the game mode. So keep on running, because I know that I'm going to be running a lot. And we're done with the event. And surprisingly, I didn't even do many of the trophy race completions, mainly because the cookie that we're focused on, Langue de Shot Cookie, actually has that cookie court event where you could just play a bunch as him, and then you just get points for here, which is absolutely, completely awesome. Now, of course, I accidentally checked the stupid button that said claim all rewards, but luckily I didn't 100% get it yet, because I still have to get the 7 billion points one and the 10 billion points one, which, if you do the math, you get 10 mission points for one thing and 12 mission points for another. Combine that, that's 22. You add that to 79, that gives you approximately 101 point. So the 1 point is just extra. We barely just made it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and claim our rewards, being the 10 mission points right there. Unfortunately, it's not like the Meet the Treasure mission event, and I wish it was like the Treasure Mastery, but then again, it's still mission points, so it doesn't really matter, even though the formats are different. But whatever, even the colors of the currency are different. But then we can get this 12, and that is a total of 101 points. So we can get all the rewards from left to right, being, you know, the 10 quick play, the quick play main story tickets, the 15 things for the magic candy, which you can also just feed to them for cookie affection, 60 being 15 pet potions, 80 being 15 cookie potions, and lastly 100 being 1,000 crystals, which I at least want to point this out before I end the video, which let's claim all that first, all the sweet, sweet rewards that were finished with this event finally, which I'm pretty sure should say, does Langue come up and just say, oh, you did it. Yeah, Cookie Mastery mission complete. And of course that classic checkbox that's not even, or the dialogue box that's not even pointed to Langue to chat. I mean, it is, but like it's pointing to like basically where his feet is. But something I really do want to mention, this is what they need to do more of. Basically, plebing cookie related missions where if you play as the cookie, you can like focus on getting rewards in like this main game mode, like how it is with the plebing cookie court stuff. But you could also get points here. So that means you can not only get collectibles within the main cookie court story mode, or like the same example goes with any other cookie with a game mode specific to them, but also you get points for here so you can get even more extra rewards, which I think is phenomenal. But with that being said, this event is done, so I really shouldn't care about it anymore because, well, it's completed. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Around content, and also subscribe. Plus, hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. There's also merch and also a Discord down in the description if you want to see it, and also in the description is a link to a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Kick Around YouTube set for absolutely free. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.